right. So we'll start on our mats in child's pose. And take a moment to just land on your mat with your inhale, your exhale. Finding the space that you're in right now. Letting go of any Christmas lights. Frustration with the tree. And take a moment to just be with yourself. Coming into your Ujjayi breath, your 4-count inhale through your nose, your 4-count exhale through your nose, like you're fogging up a mirror in front of you. Seal your lips, breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale, 4 counts, sealed lips through your nose like you're fogging up a mirror. Anytime that you lose your breath, you can come down to child's pose or downward facing dog to regain your Ujjayi breath. Start to walk your fingertips up to the top of the mat to really lengthen out your side body. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat and feel the stretch in your left side body. Your inhales and exhales guide you deeper into that left side body stretch. Walk your hands back to center on your exhale. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left side of your mat for your right side body stretch. Finding your breath. And walk your hands back to center on your exhale. Inhale, now walk your fingertips forward and notice that there's more available length in your side bodies now that we did that. Press your fingertips into the mat like they're gripping the mat. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Your breath guides you into this pose. And since this is the first one of the morning, give yourself some time to walk your legs out, your feet out. Any movement in your spine, your shoulders, your hips that you need to work out, let it out. And taking breaths into each bend. Look to the top of the mat. Tiptoe up to the top to meet your hands. Grab opposite elbows, feet hips width distance apart. Hang here in ragdoll. Taking a deeper bend into your knees to allow your lower back to wake up. And when you're ready, you can start to straighten those legs without hyperextending your knees. Release any tension in your neck so that the crown of your head comes closer to the mat. You can nod it yes, nod it no. Left hand comes down to the mat, right hand goes up, Open that side body. Twisting from the core, inhale. Exhale, you twist with your belly button coming closer to your spine. Hand comes down to the mat. Left hand comes up to the ceiling. Following your breath to guide you deeper into this twist, pull your belly button in and up. Hand comes down to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Hands press into your shins, halfway lift. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Warming up our spine. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift. Draw in through the belly, lift up through your chest. Exhale, fold. Reach up, mountain. Hands come to heart center. Look over your third finger. Take an inhale. Exhale, let it go. Mountain, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Exhale, cactus your arms, look back. Inhale to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, let it go. Extended mountain, look up, rise up. Exhale, cactus your arms, look back. Mountain pose, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Exhale, cactus, look back. Mountain rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose, lift. Exhale, cactus, look back. Inhale to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet apart. Left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Another wing stretch. Switch your sides. Hand comes down. With your feet hips with distance apart, sit your chair back and sit back for a king chair. Taking good deep inhales and exhales as we sit lower to the mat with your hips. Pick up your 10 toes, lift them and spread them. Now press each of those toe mounds back into the mat intentionally. Feel the grip on your feet. Your heels draw to the very back and to the corners of your mat. So feel that activation in your legs. Hands come to heart center. Another side body twist. Left hand jets forward, right hand jets back. Inhale, come back to center. And switch sides. Hands come back to center, forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your
Left foot and step all the way to the back of your mat. Bring your left knee down. Low runner's lunge. Feet tent, or your fingertips tent on the floor. Yeah. It's perfect, just like this, Catherine. And just taking moments to breathe into your hips, allowing them to start to move and expand. Hands come to the top of your knee or up overhead. Taking a moment to breathe into this space. Hands come to heart center, twist to the right. Left elbow comes on the outside of your right thigh. Look over your right elbow and find one point right behind you that you're not moving your eyes from. All distractions are gone, just that one point. Hands come back to the center and sit your hips back for a half split. Walk your fingertips up to the top of your mat and jump forward with your foot for a grounded airplane. Left foot meets your right foot, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Step your right foot back to your low runner's lunge. And allow your hips to settle in just like we did on the other side. Finding your breath, finding your gaze. Wherever it is, steady it on one point. Hands can come to the top of your thigh or up overhead. Hands come to heart center and twist to the right or the left. Twist to your left. Your right elbow comes on the outside of your right thigh. Set your gaze over your left elbow and start to draw your hands closer to the center of your chest. So you're getting that full twisting action in your spine. Come back to center and sit your hips back, half split. Walk your fingertips up to the top of the mat, grounded airplane. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose, sit back, lift up in your chest. Left hand comes forward, right hand goes back. To the center. Inhale. Switch sides. Right hand goes forward, left hand goes back. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Tent your fingers, step back with your left foot. Low runner's lunge. Grounded crescent moon, inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale, hips go back, half split. Walk your fingertips up to the top of the mat, grounded airplane. Left foot meets the right foot, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Tense your fingers, step back with your right foot. Low runner's lunge. Grounded crescent moon, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, guide your chest to center. Exhale, sit back, half split. Walk your fingertips up to the top of the mat, grounded airplane. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, sit back, rise up strong. Belly button in towards the spine, set the gaze. Left hand comes forward, right hand goes back. Twist. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale, right hand goes forward, left hand goes back, twist. Back to center. Sit low, forward fold. Halfway lift. Tense your fingers, step back with the left foot. Low runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, sit back, half split. Walk your fingertips up to the top, standing or grounded airplane. Left foot to meet your right, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Step your right foot back, low runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist to the left. Come back to center. Exhale, sit back, half split. Walk your fingertips to the top of the mat, grounded airplane. Right foot to meet your left foot. Halfway lift, forward fold. Sit your hips back, chair pose. Hands come to heart center, twist to the right. Hook that left elbow on the outside of that right thigh. You can open your wings up here, look to your top fingertips. Come back to center, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Sit back in your chair, rise up in your chest. Right elbow comes on the outside of the left knee for your twisted chair. Option to open your arms, set your gaze on your top fingertips as you sit your hips closer to the mat. Forward fold. Fingertips, you wrap your two-piece fingertips around your big toes. Take a slight bend into your knees. Pull your elbows to the opposite sides of the room. Able to find some sway in the hips or stillness, whatever your body needs. Hands come under your feet for gorilla pose. Take that deep bend in your knee to find that access there. Yeah, Catherine, there you go. Good job. Now lift the hips up higher. Now that you have the grip with your hands, release them. Halfway lift, forward fold, step back, high plank. And bring your left knee down to the mat. Left hand right under your shoulders, stack and open to a supported side plank. And start to lift your extended leg and start to float it. Yeah. Drawing in through your belly. Lifting up through your chest. Bring it back down to the mat, high plank. Right hand goes down, left hand goes up for your supported side plank. Option to start to lift that left leg. Setting your gaze over your fingertips on your lifted arm. Drawing in through the belly, lifting up through the core. High plank. Low plank, come all the way down to the mat on your belly. Lift up, baby cobra for your baby back bend. Exhale all the way down. Press your hands into the mat. Downward facing dog. Step your right leg forward, warrior one. And draw your right hip back so that your hips start to square towards the front of your room. Yeah, and you can use your hands to assist your hips to do that. And then as you press your left foot into the mat even more, you have more bend in your front knee. So sit deeper into that front knee. Exhale, warrior two. And notice if your left or your right knee is starting to collapse towards the middle or left side of your mat. Now draw that right knee to the right side of your mat. And start to activate in your arms. Notice if you got spaghetti arms, draw them in towards your spine. And now light up through your fingertips. Draw the muscle from the skin, the muscle, draw it all the way down to the bone. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. The right elbow comes on top of the right leg. Reach forward with the left fingertips. Set your gaze on your left fingertips. And notice that when you set your gaze on your fingertips, that it allows your chest to start to open. Trying to open our chest all the way up to the ceiling here. Guide your breath with an inhale to twist further open on your exhale. High plank. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward. Warrior one. And take a look at your feet and notice if you need to walk your toes up towards the top of your mat. Notice where your back foot is, and if you need to press that back edge blade in. Now that we're working up from that, notice where your left knee is. Does it need to come to the left side of your mat? By drawing it over. We need to square your hips by drawing that right hip forward. Sit low into the front leg, lift up through your chest. Deep breaths, 4-count inhales and exhales. Warrior 2. And notice if you need to grip the mat with your 10 toes. Lift and spread them, press them back down into the mat. And pull your belly in and up. Now pull your bones back onto your back and your shoulders. Gaze over your left third finger. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Left elbow comes on top of the left knee. Yeah, so your left knee is bent in that warrior. And that left elbow, Catherine, comes right on top of your left knee. Yeah, beautiful. Now reach up overhead with your right hand. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, going back to like geometry, we're making that triangle, that perfect linear line. And take your gaze to your top fingertips and notice how your rib cage will start to open. High plank. Downward facing dog, press back. Step your right leg forward, crescent lunge. Yeah, so you're sitting low into your front knee. Your left heel is stacked right on top of your left toes. Lift up through your chest. Warrior 2. Extend your right leg, triangle pose. Left hand comes down to the mat for your wide leg side facing forward fold. An option to keep your hands on the mat right under your face. You can reach for the outsides of your ankles. You can reach through the space that you created to the opposite side of your mat. Hands come back to center, lift up through your chest, half lift. Exhale, sit back to the back edge of your mat. Bend into your left knee, straighten your right leg, Skandasana. Hands can stay tented on the ground, or they can come to heart center. You can try one and then the other. Your right toes are still active and pointing up towards the ceiling. hands come down to the mat, walk to the front, Skandasana. That left leg extends as you sit on top of that right. Active toes lift through your chest, hands come to heart center. Hands come down to the mat, walk them towards the top of your mat. Bring your back knee towards the ground and walk your right foot over to the outer edge of your mat for lizard. Really opening up through our hips today. And if you lost your breath, just come right back in. And take your right hand and press your hand into the inside edge of your right thigh. Start to feel that opening in your chest as you start to rotate from your belly button. If it's there for you to take the grab, reach back with your right hand towards your left ankle and have the top of your toes, your ankle. Finding that deep opening in your hips. So you allow your chest to come higher towards the ceiling. Inhales to stay. Exhale, release your foot, come back to lizard. Walk your hands towards the center of the mat. Step your foot back, high plank. Downward facing dog, press back. Regaining our breath. Left foot steps forward, crescent lunge. Lift up through your fingertips. Draw the skin to the muscle, to the bone, hug it in, pull that belly button towards the spine. Sit forward into the left knee. Exhale, warrior two. And straighten that front leg. Windmill your arms forward. Triangle. And check your legs. Make sure that you have a very slight bend into your knee, but if you have a deep bend, straighten that leg back out. We don't want to hyperextend, but we want to make sure that there's a light bend into that front knee. Look up at those top fingertips. Start to rotate your chest towards the ceiling. And the hands come down to the mat. Walk it to the center. Wide leg, side facing forward fold. Option for the arm variation that you choose. For them to come to your ankles, to reach through the space you created, to stay right under your chest. Whatever is there that you sense that your body needs today. Halfway lift. And sit to the back of your mat, Skandasana. Noticing if your toes are active, liven them up by pressing into your heel, lifting up with that toes to the ceiling. Hands press into your heart center to lift up through your chest. Hands come down to the mat, walk towards the top of the mat, Skandasana. Notice where your breath is. Your right leg is fully extended. Left knee is bent as you sit on top of that foot there. Hands come down to the mat. Walk towards the front. Left foot comes to the outer edge of your mat. Sit down with your right knee. Lizard lunge. And take the left hand and press it into the top of your left thigh as you rotate your chest towards the side of the room, up towards the ceiling. Guiding from your belly button, pulling it in so you can have more twist in your spine. Check in with your body, see if the grab is there. Bend your right knee and lift it up towards your butt. Reach back with your left arm for your bind. Notice if you're dumping into your right arm, start to straighten that back out again, drawing that shoulder blade on toward your back. Lifting up with your chest. Are you just watching me, Catherine?
Pretty much.
I love it. I love it. At least she's honest. Lift up through the chest. Exhale, high plank. Step your left foot all the way back to meet your right foot. Downward facing dog. You were caught in the act.
It won't be the last time.
Hey, I'm all about honoring where you are. If that's not there for you, it's not. That's fine. That's totally perfect. It's your body. Look between your hands. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. You got this one. I'm watching you. Forward fold. Mountain pose, rise up. All right, moving into our standing leg raise. The right knee comes into the chest. Yeah, perfect. Just like that, Catherine. Now with this action here, find a spot on the wall that's not moving. Draw your belly button into your core. Left hand comes to the outside of your right thigh. Reach back with your right hand, dancing Shiva. You got this. And twist from your core. Pull that belly button in to reach your chest back. Look at your back fingertips. Come back to center. Knees still raised. Exhale, airplane pose. Yeah, this one's hard. So really grip in with your toes. Take a slight bend into your left knee. And then kick back as much as you can with that right leg. Left hand comes down to the mat, or if you have a block, grab it for half moon. Do you have a block, Catherine?
Yes.
Nice. Perfect. And then forward fold.
Never leave.
Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain rise. Left knee comes into the chest. Standing leg raise, right or left. If you need to, you can always push your foot on top of the block, Catherine, to create more of that space and that alignment.
Okay.
Does that feel more stable?
Yes.
Pull your belly button in. Now you're able to go for your dancing Shiva. The right hand comes on the outside of your right thigh. How does that feel?
Better.
Yeah, I can tell just in your stance. Perfect. Let's do that from now on. Look back at your left fingertips.
Okay.
Now draw in through your core. Lift with your chest. Now look back at your fingertips one more time. We're able to move a little bit deeper into that spine. Look back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, airplane pose. You have more of that lift that happens just by having that left foot on top of that block as you kick back. Notice if you need that slight bend in your knee so that you can lift up in your chest. Right hand comes down to that block as you support your chest and open it to the left side of the room. Active in your lifted leg. So notice what your toes are doing. Wiggle them, wake them up. Active, skin to muscle to bone. Hug that left leg in. Look up at those top fingertips if it's there. Exhale, forward fold. Good job. Woo. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose, rise up. Bring your right knee into your chest. Bring it on the outside for your tree. If bringing your leg all the way up to the top aspect of your leg isn't there, you can always bring it to the bottom aspect. And you can kickstand it. That is there for you. Draw in through your belly button, lift up through your chest. Press your hands firmly into each other. Now rotate your shoulder blades onto your back. From that engagement, lift up through your fingertips towards the ceiling. Release. Other side. Left knee comes into your chest. Find the right placement for you, for your tree. And check in with your toes. Do they need to grip in a little bit more? A slight bend in that knee. The drawing in of your core. Rotating your shoulder blades onto the back. Now lift up through your fingertips when you're ready. Good job breathing, Catherine. You got this. Release. Mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Low plank, all the way down to the ground. Setting up for a locust pose. Reach back with your fingertips. Lift up through your chest, look up through your legs. Inhale, guides your chest up a little bit further. Exhale, come back down to the mat. Inhale, guide your chest up and back. Exhale, come back down. Option for one more locust or to come into floor bow. Reach back for your ankles. for floor bow. Press them into your hands as you lift up with your chest. Exhale, come back down. Then rock your hips side to side or windshield wiper your legs. Releasing any tension. Okay, we're gonna do an up dog. So prepping for a good foundation of up dog. Press your hands into the sides of your bodies. Yeah, and firmly press them in. Now press the tops of your feet into the ground. And with that muscle activation, start to build your skin, the muscle to the bone. Your thighs start to lift up off the ground. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back by rotating them back. Lift up through your chest, lift up through your legs. Set your gaze on the front wall. Then downward facing dog, roll over your toes. If that was tight on your low back, you can start to walk out your dog a little more. Knees come down to the mat. I like to curl my toes under for camel. Press your hands into your tops of your butt here, like you're putting your hands into jean pockets. You rotate your shoulder blades onto your back. The perfect place to stay is right here. By looking back, leading with your chest and leaning back. And if it's accessible for you today, to start to walk one hand to the back of your heels. And then the other hand as you lift up through your chest. Perfect, Catherine. Pull your hips forward like they're being pulled with a tug-of-war rope. Let your head hang heavy. And start to lift up through your chest. Sit back on your heels. Tuck your chin towards your chest. One more time, sit up onto your knees, curl your toes under. Find where your hands are gonna work for you today. Press in, lift up, pull your chest back. And start to walk your gaze towards the back of the room. Option to bring your hands down to your heels as you set your gaze all the way to the back. Come back up to center, sit back onto your heels, tuck your chin. Feet come forward, hips sit back, land back for bridge. And bring your block with you. We'll do a supported bridge here. So it comes under your hips, it fully supports your low back. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Start to bring your arms completely under your body. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Finding rest with the block. Release the block. You can work it out side to side, front to back, releasing any tension that you have in that low back of yours. And then draw your block back under your sacrum, lift up, tuck your shoulder blades in. And take a few deep breaths here. Release your block. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a rock side to side. Okay, so let's do a few 60-30 lifts, okay, Catherine? So you're gonna take your hands and put them under your sacrum or right under your low spine to support your lower back. You're gonna lift your heels up to the ceiling. Yeah, I see you. I see those feet. And bring your heels up. Toes come back to your nose. Your heels are like holding up the roof. Draw in through your belly. Exhale, lower your heels towards the mat, 30 degrees. Inhale, exhale, lower 30 degrees. Exhale, lower to hover and look at your toes. Draw them all the way back up towards the ceiling. 2 more of those. Exhale, lower 30. Exhale, lower 30. Exhale, lower to hover. Look at your toes. Lift them up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, lower 30. Inhale. Exhale, lower 30. Lower to hover. Look to your toes. Lift up. 3. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Reach for the outsides of your feet. Happy baby. Bring your feet together, butterfly pose. Knees go out wide. Right hand to your belly. Left hand to your heart. Close your eyes and just sink into your mat. Allowing an opening in your hips to happen. As we start to wind our practice down. Plant your feet onto the mat. Your right lower leg crosses over the top of your left leg for a supine figure 4. And take your hands and start to reach for the back of your left thigh to draw your 4 closer towards your chest. And if that's not there, you can start to walk your toes closer towards your butt. Really opening up through that outer right hip. Activate your toes, draw them up towards the ceiling. Release your left leg down to the mat. Switch sides. Right foot presses into the ground. Left foot comes up over your right thigh for your figure 4. Take your hands and reach them through to the opposite or to the other side of your right leg. You can interlace your fingers behind your knee. Or just pulling on the outside of the leg towards your chest. Feeling that deep bend and stretch in that left outer thigh. Notice where your breath went. That our breath is able to guide us deeper into our poses. Releasing the tension that sits in our hips and our low back. Release your feet back down to the mat. Left leg goes long, right leg comes in towards your chest. Cross it over, supine twist. Set your gaze on your right fingertips. Releasing any extra tension that sits in that low back. Switch sides. Right leg goes long, left leg comes into the chest. Cross it over, supine twist. Come back to center. Give yourself a big squeeze. And then fully relax down into your mat, Shavasana. Legs start to splay out, get heavy. Arms get heavy. And close your eyes. And let your breath just be still, not making it a forceful breathing exercise anymore. We're just breathing. Relaxing down into the mat. And taking time to check in and create an intention for yourself for today. We took time for us on our mat. And what are you going to walk away with now that you're walking into the world? The Christmas tree repair, decorating. What can you bring with you from our practice today? Is it peace, ease, breath, joy? When you find yourself going into those moments of reaction, of anger, frustration, fear, how can you bring that intention that you're creating for yourself now with you? Start to wiggle your fingertips, your toes. And roll into fetal position on your right side. Press your left hand into the mat, lift up through your chest, come to a seated position, hands at heart center, eyes closed. And we'll take a deep breath here together to seal our practice. Inhale. And exhale. Thumbs come to the middle of your forehead. The light within me honors and acknowledges the wild heart that lies within you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so
Good
much.
job, Catherine.
Now
did
I can
great.
start my day.
And now you can start your day.
I can start my day. Don't you feel better, Sean?
Was he doing all that breathing with us too?
Oh, he's online Googling things that we need to buy right now. So
Got you. I got
I'll
you.
see you next Wednesday, my friend.
Sounds great. What did you think? Did you like going a little bit slower?
Marissa, thank you so much for even, thinking about me to that degree today. I really felt, I feel really good. I feel like I can conquer everything. Actually, my congestion is loosened.
Yeah.
All those
That's
downward
good.
facing dogs usually do it for me.
Good.
Yeah, the circulation gets going, and then all of a sudden you feel a lot better, right?
Yeah, you got a hawk a loogie then.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay,
All
honey.
right.
You
Well, I'll
enjoy
see you
your
next
day.
week.
Go back to
Yeah.
bed. Go back to bed.
I don't know. I feel energized and ready to go with the day now. So
There you go. There you go. Love you.
all right. Love you too. Bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
great